Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome to a new Let's Play. Yeah, that's right. It Circles the Game, Part 2. Because no one saw this coming. Welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Almia, the second game in the Pokemon Ranger series, and personally, I haven't completely 100% of the third game yet, but this is probably going to be my favorite. Not by far, the third game is still pretty good, but this is my introduction to the Ranger series, and I love it so. So we're gonna go ahead and get underway. It's definitely a big advancement from the first Ranger game, so there's gonna be a lot to explain. So this will be a very explainy sort of episode as we get into the plot, and we'll go from there. So, adventure, begin, new game. Oh yeah. So, am I a boy? Are you a boy or a girl? Well, I am a boy with, once again, really oddly spiky hair, whose profile we will see the entire game, and I will still continue to point out how ridiculously spiky his hair, like, he just has, like, normal hair, and then just a random freaking spike at the back of his head. Like, his hair genes are just, like, in that one section, they're just like, I want to be really long here, and it's just kind of a weird thing. So we start off the game right with a battle of Pikachu for some reason. Why? Well, we'll find out the reason for that soon. But it's the same as before. Wow, I took damage in the first fight of the game. Really? Anyway, it's the same as before, but as you can see, you don't need to actually finish capturing them in one go in order to get them. So it's different from the previous Ranger game. You don't have to capture them all at once. Instead, you have they charge up over time, and if you can stop, you get a reward for, you get an experience bonus if you get them in one loop. But you can actually draw, your circles and then stop and then draw more circles, which lets them be more challenging because you don't have to hold the stylus down the whole time. You have to dodge things, and it actually makes the game a lot more challenging because the mechanics are a bit more forgiving. So already a plus. Anyways, oh man, Team School, the new bad guys of this game. Oh man, we're actually evil. Yeah, if only. No, we're actually in Ranger School, as a matter of fact. So the reason that was the entry exam to Ranger School. So we're now a part of Ranger Schools. They have a Ranger School, which is a really cool way to begin the game. You start the game as, you're not like some guy aspiring to be a Ranger just randomly happens to get. You're actually learning to be a Ranger in school. Like, they apparently have college for this, or at least some sort of school. So meet Miss April. That's such a stereotypical teacher name, it feels like. I don't know, Miss April? That seems so teachery, but apparently that's what it is. And welcome to Pokemon Ranger Shadows Almia, guys. We literally start the game taking classes. But I think that's awesome. I think that's such a cool plot and just such a cool way to start the game. I like it. I think that's neat. I actually really approve of that. So, look at that, already title screen. Only a few, like, barely a minute into the game. Just cutting right to the chase. So, this game's very red, apparently. Just noticed. Lots of red in the title screens. Interesting. So, like I said, we start the game in school. This will be the first several. It takes a while to get out of school, actually. This isn't even like just like it's a good way to introduce all the concepts and kind of establish characters. And like the plot is important, so it's not even like, is it a boy or a girl? It's young Professor Oak. Yay! Anyways, wow. Yes, I look like a celebrity. I actually look like Robin Williams. No, not in the slightest. Some people have said before that I look like Robert, like, my old friend from high school used to say that I look like Robert Downey Jr. Oh, fun story about this game, by the way. This game was given to me as a joke gift on Christmas, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before that, so a year ago. It was given as a joke gift by my brother, and now I'm LPing it, so that's hilarious. Anyways, we don't even have a name yet. Let's actually have a name. Christian, you? Or Christian, whatever. I'm L space Ucky. No. I'm Lucky. No, okay. Where the hell's the U? I'm smart at this. Of course I'm Lucky. That's my name. Look at me in my school uniform. That's very green and blue and looks more like a farmer's outfit than a school uniform, but apparently that's what school uniforms look like here. Oh my god, I can't breathe. Anyways. Hello, my name is Lucky. I scored quite well in the entrance exam. So, Keith is the guy in the red head. he is going to, you'll see about Keith. So the school section's cool, so it establishes some characters, really gets you kinda, it makes you feel like, it gives you, I don't know, this game is just really good at, like, conveying feelings. Like, you feel like a you feel like a newbie. You feel like you're actually, like, learning. It feels almost more legit that you're learning things through a school in this game. It just, it doesn't have it has a bit of that video game, not really realism, because it's a Pokemon game, but, like, and also, this is, like, the tiniest classroom ever. We have, like, 6 students. So, it's not a very big school. I think it has, like, like, I think we'll go around and look around, and we essentially have, like, a class size of, like, 12. And it's just kind of, or like a school size of 12 kids. So it's not really the biggest school, but the point is, it tries, and I like that. I like the whole school thing. I think it's awesome. So, anyways, okay, now we're reviewing, so we have a school styler now. We have our styler back. We can draw circles now again, and it's going to demonstrate the menu functions. Looks a bit different from the second game. We'll go over the options in a bit, in terms of what it does. The upper screen's the map, and the lower screen, well, the upper screen here is going to be the, it's your experience and your styler level. You do, you still gain levels. You gain more styler power and HP this time instead of capture length, I believe. So basically, because it's not about the number of circles, you actually have styler power, so you can upgrade your stylers to do more damage to Pokemon. So the more you level up, the quicker your capture level will be, and the less you'll struggle on bosses, because bosses now are very tough. They don't take like 10 seconds. They actually take a while to loop around, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, you can also press the button in the lower left, or L I think does as well, to change between the map and the friend Pokemon. Not sure exactly how I'm going to be doing the 2 screens here. Obviously, I'll have figured it out by the time you guys see this video, but as of recording right now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do the whole 2 screens in this and how much important it is to the map. As you can see, the map, by the way, above is greatly improved. You actually have the idea of where you are and where stuff is, so it's a bit easier with that, I guess. Anyways, am I overwhelmed? Well, I'm gonna explain all this on my own, Miss April. I have an audience. I'm actually recording this. I have a camera in my little spike in my hair. I'm recording this for the internet. Yeah, it's okay. And then the teacher's just like, free study, I'm gonna go sit in the lounge and not do my job. We have a great teacher. Anyways, well, thanks for doing that. Like an hour. By the way, I've actually tried to fail that first capture. Eventually the Pikachu will stop attacking, so you can't actually fail that first capture. You have to beat it eventually. So, you kind of have Keith. He's kind of your rival-ish sort of character, where he's like, oh, you suck at this, I'm so good. And then you have Rhythm-me. However the hell you pronounce that name. It's like Hermione, except Rhythm-E. Cool. So she's here to train. You don't only code here to be a ranger. You can apparently become an operator or a mechanic, but no one cares about mechanics. But operators, like the people who recharge the stylers in the thing and tell you directions over the, who communicate with you. Apparently, I don't know. They recharge your stylers. That's she just wants to be the person who sits there at a desk. She wants to be basically the ranger's secretary. So great aspirations, kiddo. But so anyway, we met our teacher. We have another teacher over in the other classroom who doesn't like people running in the hallway, which is funny because I don't even think there's a walk animation, so you kind of have to run the hallways. We have a save machine. We'll check that out in a bit. Can you shut up so we can actually just get to the... Okay, save machines. We should check it out. Oh, man. So Rhythm is going to show us the school. We're just kind of going to go on a little bit of a tour here. Hey, Keith! Sure. Oh, they also have this concept of top rangers, which are like the elite rangers now. So, the whole ranger system is a lot more structured in this game. I don't know if it takes place in the future of the first game, and things just got more complex, or what else is going on. But also, yeah, Mr. Kaplan's a silly biscuit. Team school. If only we could be trained to become the villains, that'd be awesome. Anyway, this is the save function. That's how it works. You press a save button. You save the game. It's a lot of fun. Alright, save data. Let's gonna move on here. As you can expect, this is gonna be very much menu thing. So, Styler, another new feature about this game is awesome is eventually throughout the game we're gonna be unlocking different upgrades to the Stylers that will allow us different traits. We'll get more into it as we go, but there are like there's basically power-ups we can earn. So it's a lot more complicated of a system now. Now you can actually like loop. You don't have to loop them all at once, which makes battles a bit more tricky. You can get upgrades and stuff like that. The power system's been a bit not too revamped, but a bit more balanced. So there's just a lot of interesting things we'll be going about as we go through this game. You can release and recharge your Pokemon here. As you remember, electric types will recharge your health. That has not changed. That will still be the case. Pikachu is number 2. Well, it's because Pichu's number 1. Not really surprising, but Pikachu's there. So the missions you get in the game will be here. This is the map, by the way. This is the Almia region, hence the name Shadows of Almia. Gee, there might be evil people in this game who might be the Shadows of Almia. Actually, the name is pretty symbolic. We'll get more into that later, though. I love this game. I'm just going to say that right now. I actually do really legitimately love this game. Here's the map, by the way. We got the school. We're the school, so we get the little school thing up on top there. It's kind of fancy. You get quests in this game, another new thing. They're optional side missions you can do, which will earn us those power-ups that I mentioned before. So we'll get more into those later once they actually start. It's gonna take a while for those to start. Text speed, we're gonna send fast, and we're gonna go rainbow. No, okay, just blue, green. We'll go with black, cause Lucky is a little emo ranger. Apparently, I don't know. That was a terrible thing to say. You got your glossaries here. We already kind of know all this stuff, though. Top Rangers. They are the best of the best. Hey, look, there's the 2 that we'll actually get to know in this game. So there's only 10 of them worldwide. I wonder if our previous character from the previous game is one of them. So yeah, that's how that works. And then we have a quick save function there, but we don't need to use that. What do you want to say? Oh, we actually came from Fiora, by the way. So reference to the previous game. I've never been there. Thank you for that, Rhythmy. You're so helpful. So, yeah, that's actually the previous game. So it'll actually reference the Fiora region a lot in this game, referencing the previous game, obviously. So that's really cool, but we do have a new region to explore. But at least they make reference to it. So this is the other classroom. That's Mr. Kincaid, or Sincade, whatever. He has a little swirly whirly in his hair because that's okay, and he apparently doesn't like running the hallways, which, like I said, is funny because there's no way to really walk. You can do a little shimmy like this. What if I just walk around like this all game? Hi, hey buddy, how's it going? I'm just gonna kind of kiss your cheek there. Okay, we're done. Hey, we're the new guy. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a choice because I'm on auto run. And, yeah, like I said, we're establishing a lot of interesting characters. My name is Female Student. My parents were annoying. Okay, so we're establishing a lot of interesting characters, which actually, like, you think, okay, it's not gonna be that's just a silly little school section. It's actually, like, the things that happen here are actually plot relevant, too, though. So it really introduces the plot very interestingly, and there'll be a lot of things to keep in mind as we go throughout this, this game. So, I don't think, Rhythmy's not gonna let us go outside, is she? Nope. Well, I tried. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and finish our tour of the building and get through this first day of school, and then we'll probably call an episode. I'm gonna try to keep these relatively within 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll probably fail to do that very soon, because that's how it always goes. So that's Isaac. He's like the super brainiac of the class. He's like Mr. Valedictorian, super smart, absent-minded genius type. He will be a character to keep track of throughout this game. But as you can probably expect, I mean, they're interesting characters for anyone who has a name actually is probably going to be relevant at some point in the future. So, he's the conflicted marshmallow, but he doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. Sounds like pretty much everyone in their mid-20s. Anyway, and he's like a little kid. Oh, well, aren't you just, the most fancy of smarties? Jeez, you're just, oh, okay. Okay, well, also apparently you can learn to become a scientist in ranger school, so it's apparently a very liberal arts education. You just kind of learn a bit of everything. And he's smart enough apparently that he doesn't have to attend classes, which, okay, sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, that's Isaac, another important student for us to, another important classmate of ours for the future. So that's the principal. You see, he has glasses, it's gray hair, he's very principal-y. Hi, Miss April, you're being very lazy and not teaching us things. Principal! She's not teaching us things. His name is Lamont Splendicious. Lamont. So we're just gonna call him Lamont. So welcome to Principal Lamont. Mwah, 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 mwah. Anyways, one for you too. Mwah. Anyway, I just love this. It just looks so silly. I didn't even notice that before until I did that in this game, and now I'm just fascinated by it. Anyway, you try to go in the basement, but he has a lab down there, so we're not allowed down there because students can't run around the science labs. They could blow their heads off or something. And then this is the dorm/lounge. We live here. We don't go home for school. It's a boarding school apparently. And this is the caretaker. Also, we have a recharge machine for recharging a style. Looks very fancy and technical. Yeah! Woo! We recharged our full styler. So as you can see up on the map, by the way, it has a little P. Probably should be an R for recharge, but whatever. Anyway, this is Janice. She's the caretaker lady. The girl dorm's over here. We can't really go to the dorms yet, though. It's pink for girls and blue for boys. Oh man, such color segregation, man. Anyway, such sexism colors, blah. Also, I like how the ranger school is represented by a circle, because this game is circles. Anyway, that's the bell. That means we can go outside now, so we're going to do just that. Also, it's already been 16 minutes, jeez. And we still have a lot to do in this episode. So much for doing quick episodes now, but we're gonna learn some more stuff about captures and stuff like that. I mean, it's the introducing the characters episode, so it's all good. So Mr. Kaplan will teach us about captures there and clearing targets. So we actually have to learn some of the game mechanics here that we've had in the previous game. So we're gonna do a little refresher on our character, on our concepts. We still have our target clears. We have to use the Pokemon powers. The nice thing about this game is that all the Pokemon actually do have some sort of power. And there's a lot more variation in different power levels. I can go from like 1 to 5. There's a path down here that'll head to the end of school, and there's another path over here. So we can do that too. But let's go ahead and head in here, and we'll learn how to do a capture and a target clear, and then more stuff will happen, and we'll go from there. Man, this is gonna be a really long episode. I thought this was gonna be a short episode. I forgot how much people talk in this game. So, yeah, Mr. Kaplan's still being a bit of a crazy person. But please don't ignore me! So we're gonna learn how to do a capture like we did before, and we'll learn about target clears. And, like I said, we're gonna kind of do a lot of this first section of the game, and then we'll call it an episode probably. So, tutorials! Because we already did a capture, but we're gonna learn the fundamentals again. We're gonna get a refresher course here, which we can't skip. I wouldn't skip anyway, because I want to show it off for you people. So, like I said, unlike the previous game, well, it's the same concept. You know, you take your stylus, you draw circles, you draw lines, you circle around Pokemon, you capture them. Still a fun thing. Still, circles the game is still a very fun concept. So, as you can see, you convey feelings of friendship based on your power level this time, like I said, so that plus 10 is actually how much power you have. So if you have more power, you will do more, their bars will fill faster. Once you complete them, you have captured the Pokemon. Also, we start with 10 HP this time, so they also can kind of give you an indication of how much harder this game is, because, well, it takes, you know, you have 10 HP this time, so it's, the Pokemon are a bit trickier to capture now, which is nice. I mean, it's not taking like 3 loops to capture these initial Pokemon like in the previous game. It's taking like 6 or 7. So, like I said, things are a bit trickier. Obviously, if you don't capture them right away, their gauge will go down pretty quickly though. So you do have to kind of keep up on them, or their health will reset back to 0 fairly rapidly after a while. As you can see, if you can take damage, which 3 damage you can get killed pretty fast by these Pichus if you're not careful. So, be careful for their attacks. Make sure you lift up the it's better to lift up the stylus and lose the one. Like I said, there's some bonuses for getting captures. Also, another thing. Well, first of all, by the way, I am going to be also the runaway buttons in the lower left corner. 2 things. One, I am going to 100% this game in terms of capturing all the Pokemon. However, every Pokemon also has a rank to capture. So I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to get like you can get like an S rank captures and everything. I'm not going to go for that just because it's a bit tricky to get S rank capture in this game. It doesn't really give you anything extra for it. So for that, and so because of that, I'm probably not going to S rank everything, just because there's a lot of things. There's easier ways to S rank in the future, but for now, it's not really. There's a lot of Pokemon we're gonna miss out on just because we're not. It's just really tough to do right. Like you have to pretty much like quickly circle everything in one line in order to get an S rank right now. It's just really tricky. So don't expect me to S rank everything. It doesn't give you anything extra except for experience anyway. We don't need that much experience. The game isn't that tough where you need to get ridiculous amount of levels to be fine. You can generally do fine without it. Anyways, it's time for target clear. So as you can see on the top screen, when you touch on an object that can be cleared, you get the field move for it. This one's Crush. I don't think that was in the first game, Crush. But Bidoofs! Also, by the way, this is 4th gen now, so we do have all the 4th gen Pokemon in case you didn't notice. So we'll see a lot of Bidoofs in the early game here. But its field move is Crush. Every Pokemon now will have a field move of some sort, so every Pokemon is useful in some way. And we can crush the boxes and break them. So if there's things in the way, we will grab our Bidoofs and bring them over and crush them. So as you know, like the previous game, you capture a bunch of Pokemon in your party, you can use them to progress forward by clearing targets and stuff. Or use it to find more Pokemon, because like I said, I'm going to try to 100% the game, get every Pokemon, so that's a thing as well. So that's the target clear. If you ever need a refreshing captures or target clears, you can talk to these people whenever you want. So we know all about these, so we'll head back to the schoolyard in a bit. So like I said, if you want to see the captures or the target clears again, we just need to talk to these people. So I was like, I'm going to have short videos, and it's already 22 minutes, and we still have more plot because, oh no, crisis is happening. The Bidoof have escaped. We need to capture the Bidoofs. So it's all up to me with my stylus. Gotta have our first little test here. And of course, we're not the only one. We have Keith, who, like I said, is going to be kind of our rival. He's kind of our arrogant rival, at least for now. So he doesn't even know our name. Smell you later, Gary. So we're going to have a race here to see who can capture the most Bidoof. So honestly, the thing is, just a heads up on this, the race is kind of rigged. So just capture your Bidoof. Don't stress yourself too much on how fast you're going to go. So our first normal capture here. Circle, 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 circle. And done. The Bidoofs will try to tackle you, but I'm trying to get that one fast, because if we do it fast, we can get the S rank. Because like I said, you get bonuses based on how fast you capture them, rapid and mock capture. No damage is also a bonus, and one line is also a bonus. You get all of those, you'll get an S rank. If you don't do it in one line, you'll probably get an A rank. But as you can see, it's mostly just bonus experience. Also, you'll get a chance to have double Bidoof. There will be rare opportunities. Basically, you won't actually have to fight both. Let's see if I can capture them both here. Didn't get the one line. It shouldn't matter though, because you actually get a bonus for capturing two at the same, not the same time, but just capturing two at a time. So I still get the group capture, which gives me, I've already leveled up. So you get an extra power and extra energy every time you level up. So we now have a little bit more health and a little bit extra power in our captures. So you can't, if you run into two Pokemon in the wild that are near each other, you only battle one of them. The times you get to battle multiple Pokemon are generally a more scripted sort of event. So unlike the previous game where you can kind of engineer it to happen, you don't get bonus experience or anything this time. You don't get, you can't draw extra loops, by the way, for experience in this game either. Once you capture them, you're done. You get the bonus experience by stuff like this instead. So it doesn't quite work the same. But once you capture 4 Bidoof, including the 2 counts as 2, you'll be complete. But Keith will automatically win. Keith will always get 5. So you'll always lose this first little race, which is unfortunate. But victory is his. Ranger pose, first Ranger pose of the game. But we have our Ranger rival in school here. And Janice apparently treaded on the Bidoof's tails. That's why that happened. Way to be a terrible caretaker, Janice. Jeez, letting us all down. So the Bidoof head away, and we've finished our first little crisis at school here. Oh, gee, thanks. So at least he acknowledges us that we're decent. You're so arrogant. He knows our name after all. So thus begins the start of a beautiful rivalry. I mean, rivals can be some of your best friends, and rivals are people who push yourself. It's always good to have a rival. So the last place to visit on our tour of the school is Ascension Square, so we'll be heading there shortly as well. So we're going to Ascension Square in a bit. But we actually have some time to wander on the field, and there's actually some Pokemon here, so we're going to do a bit of capturing first, because I say so, and this video isn't long enough yet. So, we catch ourselves a Taillow. Oh no! I didn't get the one line. Sad face. That means I'm going to get an A rank. So, flying Pokemon assist, and it has the move Cut. So that's cool. As you can see, if you don't get the one line, you'll only get an A rank and not get S rank. Like I said, I'm not caring about getting S rank and everything though, just because it's gonna be really tedious to do. Because one little screw up and you have to redo it, and you don't get anything really that vital for it. So, in the end, it's not very important. Pichu. These will recover our health. They'll give us a recharge 1, I believe, which will give us 5 health back when we do that. So, it's our basic health recovery Pokemon for now. And we actually S-rank that one at least. So, it's a new Pokemon we can add in our inventory. And then, we do have some target clears here for, one crush. That's cool, though. And then the other Pokemon's a Budew. I like Budew. You're gonna okay, he sprinkles seeds, I think, and attacks you with, like, spiky seeds or something like that. But, I just want to try to get I'm gonna try to get the S-ranks when I can. I'm just not gonna go out of my way for it. That's the plan. So, we get Tackle. Another thing, that'll be good for knocking down trees and finding Pokemon that are in trees. I think Tackle was in the first game, so you guys should know this already. Anyway, we can actually head up here. There's actually a thing we can actually cut with Taillow here. I like how we have, like, the victory music going in the background, and we're just kind of running around a field actually instead. But, cut that Woodfest up into fragments here. And we'll head down here. And there's a Bonsly, but unfortunately we can't capture it because we need to have a Pokemon of Soak to get it. But that's how you access a Bonsly. So, as you can see, we'll have to backtrack. Actually, we'll have to backtrack a pretty decent amount in this game to get all the different Pokemon. Unlike the past game, by the way, we actually can keep Pokemon outside as we're moving through areas, though. So we can grab Pokemon with Soak later on and then come back here and get it before the end of the game. So, we'll be backtracking to get Pokemon a lot because we can in this game. Pokemon aren't locked to certain regions. You can take them wherever you once you capture them, you can take them wherever you want. It's just sometimes the Pokemon that you want and the Pokemon you want to and the target could be really far across the map, which isn't fine with me because it means you can wander around and do more exploration, more side questy stuff in this game, and I'm okay with that. That's more side quest stuff. That's definitely what the first Ranger lacked. It was very linear, so that definitely is an improvement right there. So if you make a pledge here, it will come true. It's kind of like their little monument here. So, obviously the whole pledging thing will be important in the future, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. And, oh, people, there's enough of me to go around. They're fighting for our friendship, which is kind of funny. So we have friends. Our first day in school we've already made to a friend and a rival, which is just kind of a friend as well. So, hooray for us, we've made friends. Later that night, though, stuff happens. But this stuff is stuff we'll be doing the next episode, because this has already been about 10 minutes longer than I wanted to. But it's an introductory episode, so I'm not surprised it ran a bit long. And that's fine. So, we'll just get through all this plot stuff and get to a save point, and then we'll call it an episode. So, hey! He's writing about us! I feel so honored. So, we have a little... Oh, why aren't you just a jerk? So, wow, you apparently fail a lot of classes then, probably. So, Isaac's always studying. He's always in the library out studying somewhere, so he's not actually in the dorms. But welcome to the dorms, by the way. I don't think we get to really see the dorms that much. If you actually over here, you can see the girl dorms are very pink, but you can't see any of the ladies. Mwah, 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 mwah. Anyway, I don't think we're allowed to leave, right? No. So, we actually get plot stuff instead. So, we head out here with Keith, and we meet up with Rhythmy over here. And turns out we have a little task to do. Oh man, it's initiation time, guys. That's right. Even this school has hazing. You can't escape hazing anywhere. So you have to prove your bravery by, basically there's going to be stellars around the school, and we're going to have to wander around the school at night. That's going to be exciting. So, we have to get them, the stellars, and put them in the basement. So, luckily, it's dangerous to go alone, so take Keith! So, us and Keith will be wandering around the school at night, collecting stellars. What'll happen? We'll find out in the next episode, guys. This is LuckySevenDX, signing out. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Almia. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this project. I know I will. We'll see what happens in our school next time. Bye-bye.